Okay, well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my walkthrough for the Police Quest game, which was originally released in 1987. And in this, I am to give you a recap in this game. I'm now, Sonny Bonds is now in the narcotics division as a result of all his good work that he's done so far in this game, as well as a result of writing a memo as an application for promotion to the narcotics division. So yeah, he's done a pretty good job. And he in the previous recording, you would have seen that he captured and arrested somebody called Marvin Hoffman, or that's what you think his name is, but we don't necessarily know for sure. It might be an alias. Anyway, there's Laura Watts saying, Sonny, I just got a call from the jail. Hoffman's attorney is on his way over there with $500,000 to bail him out. If you found anything at all that we can use to hold the sucker, now's the time to use it. Take whatever you have, get over to the courthouse, and see if you can get a No Bail Warrant out of Judge Palmer. Right. Okay, I'm going to do that. Press escape key to pause the game, so don't lose any time. It's still possible to get the evidence and show to Judge Palmer on time to get a No Bail Warrant successfully applied, so that so-called Marvin Hoffman can't escape from jail, can't go on bail, basically. Anyway, recapping again, Sonny Bonds found cocaine and marijuana in the boot of the car, which in the USA it's called a trunk car, that Marvin Hoffman was driving, which could have very well have been a stolen car. And that was very important evidence. And Sonny Bonds also found a gun that Officer Jack Colby had in his possession and I think, either in the car or on so-called Marvin Hoffman himself. And he saw Sonny Bonds got to see the serial number for that gun, which I think is SW9764912. Anyway, so yeah, all that evidence has been dealt with, very important evidence of that, and now he's in the narcotics division, and the very same person he managed to arrest, in whose stolen car he found marijuana and cocaine, he's now good to, of course, that's it already, get the No Bail Warrant on this dude, so he can't escape, can't get on bail. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this. And what your first thing for Sonny to do is look at the clipboard to see if you can find any evidence there that's pertinent to this. Okay, Hoffman and Harris. Harris and Hoffman, last names. So-called Marvin Hoffman, well, the real name of him is actually Jason Tassetti. So Marvin Hoffman is one of the aliases he uses. Wanted for murder. And the most important fact is a couple lines down on this part of the clipboard. It has tattoo of a flower above left nipple. So it's called a poster. Each page of the clipboard is a poster. Tattoo of flower above left nipple. You take the FBI wanted poster, knowing Judge Palmer will find it very interesting. Okay, then you can say clipboard. I just want to make sure that I'm doing a recording. Yes, I am in the studio. Because we've been making mistakes recently, because I hadn't done recordings for several months. I've decided I have to double check these things, so yeah. And then just so you forget, take a key. You take the keys to the undercover car. Okay, so now he's got that. and then it's in that cabinet, one of the drawers, in which you'll find the pertinent file to show to Judge Palmer in conjunction with the poster. So open drawer, automatically open the drawer in which the Hoffman file is. So look Hoffman, and then if that's okay, yeah, it automatically then goes to it. With names Marvin Hoffman, although you know from the poster that that's an alias, so his name's actually Jason Tiselli, as we know already. The other alias he has is Leroy Pearson. And other pages again, a couple lines down, a tattoo, small flower above left nipple. Oh, so it's a small flower this time, but it would be with it being tattoos. So okay, so I wonder if this would work. Remove Hoffman. Remove file. Let's see if that works. Okay, just put file. I'll see if this works. Remove Hoffman. Okay. F3 to repeat. Yeah, I have to say the exact wording there. You remove Hoffman file. Remove Hoffman file, and yeah, that's the wording. Remove Hoffman file from the drawer, and don't worry about closing the drawer. It automatically closes. Okay, so now that that's done, Sonny Bonds has got all the evidence he needs. He's also got a radio extender, because there's no point putting it back in where the radios are kept in the police station. You may as well just keep it, because you're always going to need it. You change from being a policeman to a private investigator. You have to do the walk around the car. I know it's tedious, but if you don't do it, you get into trouble in the game. Okay, so Sonny's just performed a prescribed walk-around safety check. So the vehicle, so luckily you don't have to unlock the door. You can just go straight in. At this point, a good place to save. So what I'm going to do is save a previous game. Save game. Of a later game, shall I say. Okay, so he has to go straight to court now. I like to try and go across. Wait for that car. I don't want to bash into it by mistake. That would not be a good thing. The lights are red on that side, so I'll just go around here. Doesn't make that much difference in terms of time. I think that's close enough to the curb, yes. Good. Then stand, close the door. Sometimes I see stand, I think of that song by Police. There's a band called Police. Funny that same name as part of the name of this game. Don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Yeah, I know my singing voice is probably rubbish, but just having a bit of fun. And putting on voices as well. It's all in fun, and I know some people might not enjoy it, but that's a risk I'm taking when I make these recordings, and the most important thing for me is to enjoy myself. So hopefully some of you enjoy it as well. Yeah. It's okay if not all of you are, of course. So yeah, how do you do, sir? How may I help you? And then to say, ask for judge. I'm sorry, sir, but Judge Kim Palmer's court is presently in session. And then I just say, urgent. Please wait a moment, I'll send a message to the bailiff. Okay, so now you have to wait him for a bit. I'll be really patient here. I think this part of the game, just a waiting period, and one a bit later in the game, at a park that you're going to go to, is the two longest waits in the game. Now that one is quite a bit longer, I think, than this one. Anyway, the chaps come back now, so The bailiff says Judge Palmer will see you, if you can make it quick. Go on into the courtroom. Okay. Alright, let's go on with it. Open the door. Judge Palmer strikes the gavel. Silence! I will consider Mr. Bonds' request. I'm just trying to be super funny here. Mr. Bonds, you may approach the bench. Really high-pitched voice. I'm doing it deliberately for fun. Mr. Bonds, what is this warrant for? Says the judge. I'll just say Hoffman. That's good enough. And what information do you have to substantiate the validity of a warrant? Well, first thing is the poster. Alright, do you have any other information? And then, yes I do. Obviously, show file. That's good enough. You don't have to say Hoffman part. Yeah. Judge Palmer motions the bailiff to retrieve the evidence. We hand it to the bailiff. And, look at it. Your heart races as Judge Palmer evaluates your evidence. You think to yourself, this punk cannot go free. Okay. Judge Palmer scans the items presented and questions you. What makes you think these two men are the same person, Mr. Bonds? I think this tattoo's good enough. The bailiff and court reporters squirm and choke. Trying to conceal their laughter while you quietly tell the judge your tale of tattoos and nipples. Oh my. The judge attempts to stifle her giggles but fails. And then she whispers softly to you, Well, Mr. Bonds, it appears your friend has his tat caught in the ringer. Stifling her laughter, she said, and then says, Congratulations, Mr. Bonds. Your request is granted. Here is a no bail warrant issued in the name of Jason Tassetti, alias Marvin Hoffman. Bailiff, deliver this to Mr. Bonds and escort him out. It's good fun, this part. Here you are, Mr. Bonds. I hope you're not too late. Tassetti's attorney. He is at the jail this very moment, attempting his release. I think this section of the game, as well as in the final part of the game, and you catch up with the Death Angel. I'm not going to give away his names yet. Yeah. I don't think it's been revealed yet. This part of the game and that part, this part of the game, are probably the two most rewarding sections. My personal opinion, anyway. That's just me. I'll watch the end. Stay green, thank you. Good nights. Oopsie doopsie, I'm meant to go to the jail. Oh, Alistair. Please stay green, yes. Oh. Yes, we're going to close couple of the group. Okay, I've got to give the no bail warrant to the jailer dude. Almost forgot that. Come on, up you go. Yeah, I'm going to do this again. Oh well. Have to, for safety's sake. You push the buzzer. There we go. Hey, Sonny, come over here, says the jailer. I have something to tell you. Okay. The jailer sees. I hope you know, Bonds, at this very moment, Hoffman's lawyer is in the front reception area, bailing that worm out. Just give warrants. You don't have to say the no bail part. You hand him the no bail warrant just in time to keep Mr. Jason Tassetti from returning to the streets. Oh man, this is great, Sonny. The jailer laughs. I hope you know this will slam the old boy's far orifice shut. And I'll be right back. This is gonna blow his attorney's mind. Oh yeah. It's funny that Jason Tassetti looks a lot like his Sweet Cheeks Mary, she's going to be in the jail cell later on in this game. Just because of the Operation Trick Trap, she'll be caught by that, unfortunately. It'll lead to a good thing, as you'll see later, in a future recording I'll do. Boy, that made my day, Sonny. You should have seen the guy. He started ranting and raving, just like a little kid who just had his lollipop taken away. Okay, right, I'm going to save here. Okay, well, that's all done. Done, dusted. So, big sense of achievement, that. So, certain parts of this game are particularly rewarding, I must say. Right. In fact, even in the next section, when I'm going to go to a park and catch a couple of dudes, one of them is a drug pusher, one who sells drugs to kids at a school. That's also quite satisfying, but in my personal opinion, not quite satisfying as this part of the game or near the end of the game. Sorry, not thinking properly there. Too busy babbling away. Okay, lights, please stay green, thank you. Right. Now I'll go left. And then up again. And yes. Right, I'm going to save it there. And stop. Yeah. It looks like Laura's waiting for you. You wonder what's up. By the way, I'm just mentioning very quickly, in the recent recording I made, I accidentally said set instead of stop, and that's why I didn't include it. I typed the wrong word, so that might be quite amusing, funny for some of you who get to watch it. So, anyway, without further ado, let's move on. I think someone's trying to call me there. Sorry if that disturbed at all the recording. There she is. Sonny, one of my informers just told me a drug deal is going down soon in London City Park, says Laura getting into a car. Lieutenant Morgan wants us to stake it out and see what we could do. Okay, that drug deal. Okay, so... Well, cowboy, let's roll! Yeehaw! Come on, boy! Well, cowboy, let's roll! Okay, now you need to repeat yourself, Laura. Yes, like... I've seen that once already. Okay, read to my phone because I don't want it to... Oh, I forgot to do that earlier. I'm going to mute it now so that I don't get disturbed. And the audience don't get disturbed either. Right? Oh, goodness me. And it's really useful to try, if you can, to memorize this route I'm going now. When you the Americans say this route I'm taking, because it's really straightforward. It's a little bit tricky knowing how to do it in the opposite direction, remembering the exact route, but it's, just takes a bit of practice. Just in case I might crash, I'm going to save you. Unlikely, but... Okay, right next to the curb. Stop. Talk Laura before we get out, so at least we're on the same page. Laura says, okay, Sonny, I'll move the car outside and monitor you for backup. Thank you very much. So, open the door, stand, close door, and get into the park. As I warned you earlier, this is probably the longest wait in the whole game. But, that's... You can see yourself in the bushes, but with a clear view of the table. Yeah, this is the longest part of the game in terms of waiting time. And, yeah, it's not that bad, actually. You usually got the music to kind of keep you on your toes a bit. Gonna get a bit irritating after a while, but at least it's building up the tension to when these two guys appear. And if you save, that each time if you save, So each time you save, if you do save, then you're closer to the time that they'll appear. So that's quite reassuring, I find it anyway. I like the background colouring at this park. Yeah, it's cool. Okay, first guy has appeared. You quietly watch a man enter the picnic area. I don't think there's any point in this stage in notifying Laura. It's better to wait till both men have appeared. He cautiously nears the picnic table. Okay, so he looks like... I'll just look at him. The young man is wearing dark clothes. Okay, so the young man. Okay. I think the drug pusher dude that's still on his way. It's a bit older. Probably 10 to 15 years his senior. Yeah. I'm not bothered drawing the gun either at this stage. It's best just to wait for the... Save again. The thing about it, if you're gonna... What do you... Okay, that was a mistake. I didn't mean to... Didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake on my part. Itchy trigger finger. Yeah. Well, what's that mean? You think about it realistically. Would you draw a gun in both hands before you use a radio? I don't think so. You don't have both your hands on the gun. How the fuck can you use a radio at the same time unless you've got a microchip planted into your shirt? Which in those days, mid to late 80s, it wouldn't have had that type of feature. So another figure carefully approaches the picnic table. Could it be his drug contact? Yeah, I think so. The drug pusher. Psst, Vic, were you followed? And then, no way, man, it's cool, the guy says. And then, I got the stuff. Did you bring the cash? And then you reply, yeah, right here. Okay. So it's a yellow color of cash. One suspect hands what appears to be an envelope, a yellow envelope, it looks like, to the other suspect. Okay. The other suspect returns a small plastic bag containing a white substance. I would say powdery substance. That's cocaine. Okay. Hey, butt breath. This ain't enough. Where's the rest? And then, as they argue, you realize the pusher is dissatisfied with the contents of the envelope. Okay, so I'm going to save right there. Use radio to notify Laura to get ready. You quietly radio Laura. I'm moving in. You hook up anybody trying to take foot bail. Right. Immediately save again. I find it's the best way to do it. And then draw your gun. And then you say, stop. Halt, you shout. Police officer. Jiggers, the fuzz, shouts the pusher. I'm out of here. And then the other guy says, don't shoot, officer, shouts the old man. I give up. Okay. And then you have to withdraw the gun. And then the first thing to do is put handcuffs on the bed, it's a cuff band. You cuff one trembling suspect. And then I think it's okay now in the search, man. The search reveals nothing except his high school ID card and the small bag containing a white powdery substance that you watched him get from the pusher. Okay, well this guy's in high school then, clearly. He's old enough to be. Probably, I'm guessing his final year of high school. He's got a school ID card. Yeah, so he's a fellow kid at school selling cocaine to other kids there. And then you've got to read him his rights. You've got to do that now. Otherwise, if you don't do it now, like before you do anything else, or say anything else to him, he'll you basically just get knocked out of this game. It's like you lose. You have to restart or reload again. Carefully, you admonish your suspect of his Miranda rights. Okay. You have the right to remain silent. What you say may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning, if you wish. Okay. I'll save again. Then I just question man. Oh, no. Actually, I think because you're going to. Okay. I've already searched him, I think. Sounds is reluctant but cooperative. You learn he has been selling to kids at Jefferson High School, including Officer Cobb's daughter, Kathy. Okay, so that Jack Cobbs who you saw earlier at the Blue Room for his birthday, well, his daughter, Kathy, has been given drugs by this guy, Victor Sims. So, I find quite amusing here is you follow Sims to be chocolate. It's supposed to be the other way around. He follows you, but oh well. Laura asks, "What took you so long, Hot Rod? I picked up this loose end trying to take football on you. You mumble under your breath. Yeah, sure, Laura. You probably just grabbed the first white male you could find. Yeah. Okay. Once again, save. And next thing to do would be I think his name's Colby, that's right. Colby refuses to answer any questions. Just repeat it again with F3 button. After persistent questioning of Colby, you discover he buys his drugs from Leroy Pearson, aka as Jason Tasselli, or Morton Hoffman. He says Leroy's telephone number is 555-6537. That's very important to remember. He also asks that his cooperation shouldn't be noted for consideration by the court. Okay, right. Sure thing. And then to prompt Laura to search Colby, you have to search Sims. Again. It's a bit stupid, but that's the way it is in this game. You search a trembling youngster. You find nothing more. Laura searches her suspect. She finds his gun, an envelope of money, and little else. Okay, cool. So it's open door, so they can get in. Close door. Laura comments, Lieutenant Boren will be real happy with this bust. Okay, well, you couldn't have said any better, ma'am. Oh, my bad. Sit, idiot. Okay, and then drive. Okay, to go exact same route in the opposite direction. I'll just start off like that, and then move diagonally up, and then like this. Right. Find this easiest. Just go right across the screen like this. Just in case I get the route slightly wrong. Let's see. Was it this one? Yeah, I think I had to wait till I was over here before I go down the map. Alright, again, passing the police station now. The quickest way is like this. And straight to the jail. Just hope the lights are green. Okay, they are actually, but no. Okay, maybe not quite the quickest way, but at least this way I avoid the robots and the potential for them to turn red before I pass them. So this time I don't think they would have turned red before I got through them. I still prefer not to go through the robots. Even if it takes slightly longer. Okay, get out of the way. Okay, and then close the door. There we are. Get up the steps. Laura says, "Get the door, Sonny. I'll keep an eye on these boys." Well, I would have helped if you'd first let me climb up the steps first and put the gun away before you told me that, but oh well. I'm just being a bit of a fussy fart here. You place the old gun in the locker. The door, I call it door. It's quicker. You push buzzer. I find it more dynamic than button. You push the buzzer, the jailer releases electronic lock. It's got more of a buzz to it. Excuse the pun. It's got more of a sort of zing to it, saying like that, than button. Slam dunk Donnie yells through the fence. "Hey, baby! You boys play basketball?" I thought it suits to really be really high pitched voice for the. I'm not racist at all. Because he is black, I just say he's black. Like American dude with the. What do you call that style of hair they had in those days? I can't remember. Moped or something, I can't remember, but it's really amusing. I find that quite funny when it happens. Only ever happens once in this game, that specific part. "Sonny," says Laura, "I'll wait here while you complete the booking." The jailer greets you with a friendly, "Well, well, old Bonds is loose again." The jailer says, "That's certainly a fine-looking group you got this time, Sonny." Okay. He hasn't said to book them this time, but I'll just say, drugs. "Okay, drugs it'll be," he says. "Fill out a booking slip and give me his property." Okay, which you don't make. You should have to type that to do that. So just take a few seconds wait. You remove inventory and deliver the prisoner's personal property to the jailer along with the booking slip. The jailer says, "Okay, Sonny, remove their cuffs and put little pushers into cell number 1. It's funny, it says the prisoners, you remove their property, you're only referring to one of them, but you have to do both of them. I find that quite amusing. Take cuffs. You remove the cuffs and place them in your handcuff case. I reckon it's the older guy saying this to you. "I'm gonna sue you for making them cuffs so tight, Flatfoot," threatens your prisoner, because he's the more obnoxious one out of the two. Obviously, Victor Sims is not more, relatively speaking, innocent and good-natured than Colby. Oh, I forgot to mention what they said there. But it doesn't matter, it was something rude. And then you respond, or Sonny Bonds responds. "Oh, maybe." I was thinking it was Sonny that said the last thing, so it wasn't all that rude. He was just retorting what the other guy had said. Then the other guy says again to you, "Up yours, Dick Tracy. You'll never make this stick." And then, "Hey, Bonds," yells Laura, "I'll wait for you in the car." "Alright, you do that, man." Okay, let's get out. Open the door. Take gun. You remove and holster your weapon. Close door. Oh, by the way, I'd forgotten to load the gun in the game, but it's okay. For the purposes of in the city park, you didn't have to have the gun loaded. You didn't end up shooting it all, but it's important to remember, for future reference, to load the gun. You rip out the speed loader and load your weapon, because for the final part of this game, you face a death angel. If you don't have it loaded, you lose. You die, basically. "Looks like you'll be a valued addition to narcotics, Bonds," says Laura. "Thank you, ma'am." And drive. Lights, please stay green. Yes, thank you. Right. So, I'm going to save it right there. Progress 7. I prefer that works better for me just using that name, Progress 1 to 1, remember it is, at the time. That's it. Stop. Laura says, Sonny, I'll go right up this arrest. I'll bet Jack is over at the Blue Room. Why don't you go tell him we nailed the rat who was dealing dope at Jefferson High? Okay, sure thing, man. I'll do that. The lights are red, so I'm not gonna in that direction if I go up there. So I'll just see if yes, there is a way of going up from here. Good. Let's see if the lights. I don't seem to have much luck in this game with lights. Let's see if they're still going to be green from this side. More than likely going to change colour while I am. No, they didn't. Oh, miracle. I'm not going to take any chances this time. Please let me stop. Yes, sometimes you're not quite close enough to the curb. I was worried there and I might not have been close enough, but it's okay. Straight at the Blue Room, bud. Yeah, that's a suitable sort of name shining on the outside there, flashing. Bud, because buddy, you tend to meet your buddies here in the Blue Room. You enter the Blue Room and see Jack seated at a table, and he appears to be quite intoxicated. Sit, and you've got to prompt him, so you say, talk, Jack. Trying to cheer him up, you tell him about the Victor Sims arrest and how he was responsible for selling dope at the high school. Right. He goes, Sonny, I really do appreciate you nailing that filthy scumbag pusher, but I'm afraid it might be too late. Oh dear. My daughter, Kathy, is in the intensive care ward over at Lytton General Hospital, he explains. She's in a coma from a drug OD. There's nothing I can do. Oh, Sonny, there's nothing anyone can do. Oh, man. That's no good. The bartender says, for your information, Sonny, I have a cab on the way for Jack. Oh, thank you very much, bartender. I sure would love to stretch the neck of that sorry, dope-pushing scum-sucker that hurt my little girl. Don't blame me, pal. I'd feel exactly the same if I was in your situation. Cab driver shouts out, Hey, who called for a taxi? I think it's the barman and bartender who did. Okay. That's it for me, Sonny. I'll see you later. Okay, Jack. You keep well in. The cabbie says, right this way, buddy boy, and don't fall down. Phew, man, is this boy in bad shape? And he's got a blonde moustache there. Cool. I like little features in this game. Okay. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Sonny, says Keith, but I have some bad news for you. Lieutenant Morgan sent me over here to advise you that your boy Tassetti has escaped from jail. Oh dear. Tassetti jumped a guard, then made to the exercise yard, where he escaped by climbing over the fence. There is a citywide dragnet out on him right now. Morgan wants to see you back in his office ASAP. See you later, Sonny. I have business to take care of. By the way, the reason I'm putting a husky voice on is because Keith, in Police Quest 2, gives me the impression of that having that sort of voice. You have an even better picture of him in that game. And he smokes a lot. So I'm assuming he has more of a husky type voice. Right. What I'm going to do for now is just go back to the station, quickly speak to the Lieutenant Morgan, and save, and that's it for this one video. Because that's a lot of stuff covered, a lot of ground covered in this recording. So, okay. See if the lights are we lucky. No, the lights are red this time on that side. So just go like this. I probably will save a bit of time doing it like this. Yes, just stop. Open door, stand, close door. Okay, and then you don't have to knock on the door. You just say open. The game doesn't even understand you if you say knock. So it's good to see you, Sonny. Come over to my desk, he says. I know you worked hard trying to keep that punk Upman in jail. What a shame it was all for naught. Oh dear, I know. Really frustrating. It's frustrating when a man does the best job he can do, and some dummy screws it up. I wouldn't trust that tall girl to guard our water fountain. Gee whiz, After reviewing the Hoffman file, I think we should take a close look at the black book that was impounded along with his Cadillac. Get it from Russ in the evidence lockup. We don't even know whether it was his Cadillac. It could very well be a stolen Cadillac. Anyway, I'm not going to go on about that. It's just a little bit poor of the tenant to say that, and it could have been a stolen car. Very easily. More than likely, actually. Check it out and get back to me. I have some other leads to investigate. When we next meet, I may have some new ideas. Okay, so right there, I'm going to save, and that is it for this video. So I hope you all enjoyed that, folks, and hope to see you on here again soon. So yeah, okay. I wish you all well, and yeah, to enjoy the next video as well. Okay, bye for now. Bye.